Well, we're back at it again. As much as I don't like cutting and grinding on stuff, this car's not going to finish itself, and I kind of want to go racing this year. So I yanked the motor out so that I could get to the brake master area where I'm going to mount that up. So I got this plate made too. So I whipped up this plate this morning, and what do you think about all them contours? And that's pretty nice. But anyways, the master cylinder goes right through there and bolts on, and this plate will go right in, well, right in that area, which is pretty cool. It'll be able to weld all the way around it, and the master cylinder will go straight through it and straight through that hole to where it attaches to that right there. So it'll be a very, very short rod once it's all said and done, but I think that should work out pretty good with that plate there. So I think we're gonna get that tacked in and test fit it and make sure it's good, and then we'll weld it all the way in. That is a tight little fit in there, but it fits and it's not touching, which is cool. It's got some room to move there. Not that it will move once it gets welded in completely and everything, but looks like the rod is gonna work out pretty good too, kind of right through there. So I think that is gonna be ideal for the braking situation, and you'll never see it. Be out of sight, out of mind, and there's still room for the mid plate mounting to go up through there, and then I'll just mount it's got little fittings that go on the top, so I can do a remote mount reservoir and maybe just go up top and mount them, or here on the strut tower or somewhere. I'll figure out a place to mount them, but I'm gonna get that taken back off, welded up, and that project will be done. It really is the little things about this build that's just absolutely getting me pumped up. And as silly as it sounds, a working brake pedal is pretty awesome. So we got this rod made, and it is attached to the brake pedal. And the reason why I'm kind of excited about that is because my original plan was to mount a master cylinder up there in that hole, and that just wasn't going to work with coming off of this and having a rod go up and then forward. It just wasn't going to work out. So everybody was telling me that I was talking to that I just mount the master cylinder here underneath the seat. You know, that's where race cars put their master cylinders, and I just wasn't going to work for me. I know this is a race car, but I don't want it to be like ghetto race car. And I just, in my opinion, that's just ghetto. I don't like having a master cylinder here underneath your butt, and the rod would be coming right through here, and I'd be stepping on it all the time, and I just didn't like that idea. So for that master cylinder to be ahead of the firewall, and the rod goes forward, and it doesn't interfere with the gas pedal, and the brake pedal works, that is just really exciting. So I will obviously have a grommet that goes around that, and it'll seal up the firewall. But got that short little rod made, and all that's welded up. And this is what I got it taped up just so I don't get junk in it. But you can see the action there. So that is exciting. I still have to do the clutch pedal. I know I've been talking about that. I got to put those things here. Still waiting on just a part or two to do that, but we'll figure that out later. But for now, I've got a working brake pedal.
Hey, Annie. What's Dad doing?
Oh.
Wow.
How's it going?
Dad's playing in the race car again.
I wasn't doing anything.
No?
I'm just checking out this new steering wheel.
That was your Christmas present. This is what we were going to show them the last video.
Yeah.
We couldn't.
Yeah, I couldn't show you because it was a mess, but check out this fancy Parker Speed steering wheel.
So nice.
It is extremely nice, and the camera probably does not do it justice, but we also got this Motion Raceworks quick disconnect, which I just welded that little thing on there, and the extension. But this steering wheel, I don't know if I know what it is, but I think it's suede, and that's pretty fancy. Yeah. But that's really exciting to have a steering wheel in the car. And look, I got a gas pedal too that works. Don't mind me, I'm not pulling this cable over here. But check out that gas pedal that works and brakes.
Looky there.
We still don't have a clutch pedal that works. It's just kind of hanging out right now.
But look at you in the car.
Yeah.
This is how's it feel?
It's comfortable.
Is it?
Yeah, it's almost as comfortable as my street car was. That car over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is I'm struggling with my angle here. Hold on, let me come on the other side. Okay, this is better.
Okay. Yeah, it's very comfortable actually. I'm really excited with where the steering wheel ended up, and the gas pedals are great, the seat's great, everything's really comfortable. I don't have the seat mounted yet, but it's all good.
And believe it or not, even with your helmet on, they've not seen this yet, but you have more clearance than you did in your other car.
Yeah. So if you look at my helmet, the visor on it, the front of it's all scratched up because I'm one of them people that don't put my visor down like you should. And my driver enclosure on the other car was right there touching my visor at all times. So my helmet wasn't resting up against it, but I mean, if I did that right there, it would hit the cage. So if I had my head back and in the driving position where I needed to be, it wasn't touching anything. But it was real tight.
Yeah.
And this is, I got lots of room in here.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And the seat's laid back like a lazy boy, and it's just comfortable.
But I mean, when you're laid back, and so my question is, you able to see the tree from where you are?
Well, in race cars, you don't really get to see much.
No, you just hold on.
You kind of just hold on and close your eyes.
Oh, do you? Close your eyes.
Open one of them every now and then and hope it's going straight.
But why you got two hands on the steering wheel? What are you doing right now?
Well, I'll tell you what, I wish I could have two hands on the steering wheel.
I bet.
It would be really nice. Them automatic guys got it lucky. They just sit there on the starting line with their thumbs on buttons and they just let go of a button and hang on. How cool would that be?
I mean, not cool.
It's not cool, actually. It's kind of lame. But yeah, I'm over here with one hand and turning this thing and going like this. And actually, I really hope this new car is not like that.
That's true.
I hope it is just like driving Miss Daisy down the track. That's the goal.
That is the goal.
We're gonna make it straight as an arrow, and it's just gonna do good.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when I can't find you, this is what you're doing out here. You're just
I'm
sitting
working. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you? Yeah, you threw me under the bus last week.
What?
In your video? Yeah. You did a video all by yourself without me.
You know, all I got to say is if you ain't gonna come out here and help, then you're gonna get thrown under the bus.
I am not coming out here and helping when it is 30 degrees.
Actually, it was like 20 degrees.
Yeah.
It was rough out here. I could see my own breath. And we got heat in the shop, and
yeah,
it's still cold sometimes.
Still cold. Not doing it.
Yeah. But lots of progress has been made on the car, so that is exciting. And I've got the front end back on the car because I'm getting ready to start on some mock-up stuff out there. Maybe gonna mount the fuel cell and place the turbos where they're going.
Okay.
And, yeah. We might be racing this thing before you know it. I thought it was gonna take a long time, but
I mean, don't get overzealous.
I mean, I got a fuel jug over there and some spark plugs in this thing.
Okay. Just transmission's just hanging out over there, and
yeah, that ain't even my transmission. I don't even own that thing anymore.
Oh boy!
I sold it with that car.
Okay.
So I don't even own a transmission now.
So we're waiting on transmission.
We are. We're waiting on a few things, but
pistons.
Yeah. I don't think anything's gonna hold us up too bad. So we may be racing pretty soon.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good. Well, enjoy your seat time.
I'm gonna get back to working.
Okay.
Well, hey, how's it going?
What are you doing?
Just doing a little TIG welding.
Yeah.
Yeah, making a clutch linkage bracket thingy-majig.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think it's actually going to be pretty sweet, but it is very tedious. Slightly hot, but still got some welding to do. But see, this will be the pivot. These will be 2 rods that come off of this. One will go to the clutch pedal, the other one will go to the clutch fork. So when the clutch pedal goes backwards, the clutch fork will go backwards. So should work pretty good.
You just rigged this thing? Or is this a real thing you can buy and...
I think you could probably buy something along these lines, but it's like I don't have it here right now, so it's just easier for me to just make it. I mean, it's just a couple tabs and a piece of pipe. I bought these rod ends, so I mean, yeah, it was just easier to buy it than spend $150 or $200 on a kit that isn't exactly what you need anyways. I did look the other night. It's funny, when I got this pedal assembly, I was kind of talking it out in my head, and I was like, okay, I need to send this back here to a pivot, and I had never seen that before. But then I started researching it, and Tim McCamus, who actually makes that pedal assembly, makes a clutch rod pivot, kind of like what I'm making. But theirs mounts all the way at the transmission cross member, and I didn't want to go quite that far back on mine, so I'm just doing it different. But I think it'll work out pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were welding, but I was zooming in on the big TBM banner we got back here.
We got TBM brakes, folks.
We are moving on up.
I'm telling you what, I thought they was just hype all this time, but when I opened that box, them jokers are nice.
Are we gonna show them?
I mean, yeah, we can show them. Yeah, so here's the rear brake calipers. Them things are stinking nice.
Oh.
And they're really light. Yeah, I should have made this switch a long time ago, but we appreciate TBM helping us out with these. Let's see. Here's the front brake calipers. Itty bitty things. Check out that. That's some weight savings right there. So every car I've ever had has had strange brakes, and I don't have any problem with strange brakes. They do their job. They stop the car. But the brakes that were on that car were brand new. But strange, when you buy their brake assembly, it's a 4-piston brake caliper all the way around the car. Well, I mean, honestly, you don't need a 4-piston brake on the front of the car. It's got a front tire that's that big, so you've got a lot more braking capability with that 4-piston caliper than what you even need. So in my mind, that's just weight. But TBM has figured it out how to package all the braking needs for the front into that little fella, which is sweet.
Fancy.
That's gonna look awesome. once I get the spindles mounted on the car. Still haven't even done that. I got a lot to do, you know. But we got brakes, so that's sweet. And I think that's the trademark thing of TBM. They got the best looking rotor. I mean, that's just slick. Everybody else just has a round rotor, you know. They got this, I don't even know what you call it.
Yeah.
Lumpy design. We'll call it lumpy. Lumpy brake rotor.
Okay.
I think it works
That
pretty
is
good.
not the word they would use.
No, that's not.
Bad marketing right
I'll
there.
talk with their marketing guy and see
Okay.
what they call this, but we're going to call it the lumpy rotor.
Okay, the lumpy rotor, folks.
That's going to look killer behind the new wheels that are coming for this car. So we're going with spindle mount front wheels. We took the hub off because spindle mount brakes are going to be a little bit lighter. So I'm excited to get those wheels in. They should be here probably in about a week. Yeah, everything about this thing is just going to look slick. I'm excited.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
So I need you to go back inside because I got more welding to do.
Yeah.
I can't have you like zooming in on my welds and stuff.
Oh,
the welder
Steven
of the
would
family
not
is over
approve.
there.
Yeah, he is.
I'm
it's
not
dark
the welder.
outside.
It is dark.
He's probably in the bed.
I doubt that.
Yeah,
I've said this before. I'm not the welder of the family. He's the welder. But I think by the end of this project, I think I'm going to be a pretty good welder.
Oh, you think so?
Because I see progress in what I'm doing. And I don't think I've ever had a weld break. So I think all of my welds are good in that aspect. But with TIG welding, you try to make your welds look pretty. And
Steven would not say that they were pretty.
He's a hard critic. You know?
Well, he has to be.
He does. But I feel like when I get started out and I get going a little bit, they're just beautiful and they got all the nice colors. And then I get in a rush and I start hurrying and then they start looking gray.
You gom it up.
I don't gom it now. I wouldn't say that. But I do. Maybe I get a little heavy on the pedal and it gets a little hot. I don't know. The color just goes away and it turns gray. So.
Well, no one will ever see this, right? What you're welding on right now?
Not unless they're sitting in my lap, and I hope they don't.
Well, no.
I mean, it's going to be in the car. It's kind of going to be right here, like by my leg, down at the floorboard. So no, nobody's ever going to see this.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot of things that are welded that nobody's ever going to see.
All right, we'll get at it.
Okay.
Steven, we were just talking about you.
Speak of the devil, and look who shows up.
You're not in the bed.
No, I'm working.
I told the people you weren't in bed. She said you were in bed.
No, you weren't. Let's see. It's just 8:16.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's still 2 or 3 hours more work to do.
No.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Man,
We're just checking out this
These are
TV.
you done shot a video on all
Oh,
these?
yeah.
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 I asked him what they's made of, and he said vibranium.
They're made out of vibranium.
Is that for real?
No, I don't.
If you watch Black Panther.
Oh,
Oh, gosh, God, you can laugh at her in the comments.
I don't know.
She thinks vibranium is real.
Like, it sounds smart.
Yeah, it is smart.
Yeah. We talked to the marketing guy at TBN, and that's actually what they're made out of.
I went ahead and
vibranium.
upgraded the vibranium.
They
Okay.
normally come in titanium, but these
Yeah.
are vibranium.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Okay.
resist vibration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, I see.
Anyway, that's nice.
Yeah. We're excited
That's
about
above
those.
your raisins.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, no.
Let's go. Let's let
Well,
Steven.
let's not.
Yeah, let's let him
not.
look at the
Why?
welds because.
Yeah, let's look at some welds.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Where are they? They're over here.
I
Steven, come
haven't
here.
welded anything.
Come here. They're over here.
Hold on.
Just know I ain't welded much on this car. Well, I've not welded maybe anything.
I know he keeps saying the welder of the family is building a house, and welder of the family's over here working. And see, you've not
So,
been in here.
When you come by the pits and you look at this thing, you can
It was
tell
not
Chris he did a
smoking
good
out
job.
loud.
Not me. Tell Chris he did good.
Yeah. I told him that it's one of them things that, you just have to practice a whole lot to get good at it.
But
And
you also have to have patience.
I don't have that.
Yeah.
You gotta have
Can't
patience.
rush it.
That's what he was just saying. He gets it too hot and goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does get things way too hot. That's for sure.
And what's bad is I know it as I'm welding it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I should stop and clean this tungsten, but then I'm like, nah, put to the floor, keep going.
He sends me a picture of it and he's like, besides it being too hot, how does that look? I'm like, well, it's too hot.
It's too hot.
Other than that, it looks
All right, show him. Where's it at?
Oh, yeah.
Is it gonna hold?
It should hold. Not nothing to write home about.
Well, I am home, so I don't need
You
to
don't have to write
write
home
home.
about it.
It's
It'll hold till the finals at World Cup.
Oh.
You'll go to smack the pedal and it just...
You see this blue
Oh
ring?
no.
It really shouldn't be that far away from what you welded. You know, I got like half the pipe hot. That joker
Oh
is...
no, Chris.
It's good. It's good. It's fine.
And it looks like he got extra penetration on the inside. Look
Yeah.
at the,
Extra
he's got
penetration.
dingleberries on the inside.
Yeah, and what's really bad about this is there's a very precise bearing that goes on the inside of it.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I
He's gonna
gotta
have to deburr that.
I gotta clean that out. I gotta run my sander thing in there, and I got work to do.
Oh wow, you're
If
gonna
you would've
weaken
just
the
get
thing.
Some patience and sharpen your
Sorry,
tungsten.
I lost
and
my
just-
cool.
Almost lost my cool.
See, there's one spot where it looks kind of pretty.
Oh, yeah?
That's where I first started.
Wow. And then you
Then before I dipped the tungsten.
dip the tungsten and then
Yeah.
weld the rest of it up.
Anytime you dip the tungsten, you should really just stop.
Yeah.
You should. See, I know
But over
this.
here, he sharpens his tungsten with the grinder.
Yeah, with a flap wheel. Isn't that the way everybody
No,
does it?
That's not good.
That's not good.
No,
Oh
for one,
great.
It's not safe. For two, it's
No.
not good way to sharpen.
I thought the
tungsten.
goal with this car is safety. You know, that's
Yeah,
the
it's
number
not.
one priority.
It
The
is.
process of getting it safe, it doesn't have to be safe.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
correct, yeah.
All that can still be sketchy.
Yeah. Like I cut my finger the other day because I didn't have gloves on.
He never wears gloves.
I've
Never.
been wearing gloves a lot, and I was aggravated when this happened because it was the one time in like a week that I hadn't worn gloves. And I was sitting there drilling a hole through a piece of metal, and wouldn't you know it, I'm holding it with my bare hand, and the drill bit grabs and it flings it out and cuts my finger.
Is this what reopened on you while sitting in church and got your dress shirt all bloody?
Oh, yeah, I went to clap my hands
Yeah.
at church and clap and splatted blood on
Nice.
my brand new shirt.
Oh,
Aggravated the fire out
I'm
of me.
gonna have to do it. One of these or something.
I'm gonna have to wear some Band-Aids. Stupid.
Oh man. Well, you'll have that.
I came home and put WD-40 on that blood stain to see if I could get it out. It didn't work. I think I waited too long.
Yeah.
I heard WD-40 actually takes blood stains out of clothes, but
I've never heard that.
yeah.
It's just me.
It didn't though. It didn't. So.
And I let the blood sit on that shirt for about 2 hours, and it was settling.
It said he read you're supposed to put it in cold water immediately. And he said, what was I supposed to do? Go to the bathroom and douse my shirt in cold water in church.
Come back out, everybody thinks you beat on you.
Yeah, yeah. So moral of the story, just wear gloves.
Yeah, wear
Just
gloves. We're going to title this video, just wear the gloves.
Safety first. Yeah. All right, well, now that we got our welding judged for the night,
Yeah.
I'll do better. I'll
Do
work.
better, Chris.
I
Do
got plenty
better.
of other things to weld, so
You'll get better
I have gotten better. This is an improvement.
if you'll be patient.
And while you're both here, I think we have to say it out loud that the people are wanting a red truck, green truck race.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, get him. Get him. He's
The red
dodging
truck
me.
is gonna race what?
The green truck.
What green truck?
What are you talking about?
The green
Your
truck.
My green
That
truck.
green truck that was gonna run
Dude,
laps around the
that
red
thing's
truck.
1971 model.
Mine's a 1992.
It's not made for racing.
You hear this? You hear this? This is
They-
what, this is
Come
what you
find
call
out it's
dodging.
slow.
It's slow.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know that. We
I
need
do
to
know
put a
that.
couple bus links in between the two trucks to actually make sure that it's slow.
Okay. But we got to do it. I mean, even if it's a major gap, it just
is a
has.
major gap.
We'll run it however you want to run it to make it easier on
It
you.
wouldn't matter.
Oh.
I've rode in the red truck. It ain't gonna matter if we run in reverse.
Ooh. Maybe we should try
Oh
that.
gosh.
I think what's gonna matter is if the rear end stays in that truck.
I don't think mine's gonna break, so
Yeah.
maybe I got that going with me. He's gonna give it all it's got, and it's gonna go, and then just.
I've never had a vehicle that wheel hops like this red truck does. I mean, it could be the 30-year-old rear shocks on it that I haven't replaced.
Mine's
Or
1971 shocks.
You've probably replaced them.
No, they're bad.
Man, when I get on it in first gear, it spins, but then when I hit second gear, it tries to spin, but it's wheel hopping like no other.
Yeah.
It makes your head hit the back glass. It's not good. So,
Well,
Hopefully. So
it might
maybe I'll
be.
win by disqualification.
Yeah, it'd be entertaining, I think.
Yeah.
so
We'll do that soon.
yeah, when the
Yeah.
next clear day, we'll go to lunch and we'll run them down Main Street.
Oh gosh.
Maybe
In
not
Mexico.
Yeah, Main
Mexico.
Street, Mexico.
Okay, well, maybe are you getting back to what's happening here?
Yeah.
It's just a.
That's a nice pocket.
It keeps my hands warm.
Does it?
If I just imagine it, I imagine that they're warm, they'll be warm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. See you later. Now that the weld Nazi is gone, I can show you guys some decent welds. You know, he was critiquing me on these, which they got a little hot. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you on that. The tungsten got dirty and it just didn't turn out great. But now these back here, that turned out pretty good. I mean, for a novice TIG welder, I'm pretty pleased with all that. So got this little pivot mounted, so you can see how that'll work. That's pretty neat there. And the pedals will go up here and it'll pivot, and this will pivot, and then it'll go up here to the clutch fork and that will pivot. So still just waiting on a little bit of material to make the rods, and then this project will be wrapped up. I was kind of dreading it for a while, but it actually ended up not being that bad. Ended up getting some 1-inch pipe and used the same kind of bearings that came with the pedal assembly, and it worked out pretty good. So there's actually 2 bearings inside of this that are really dirty right now, and I'm going to replace with new ones, but they work and it pivots pretty freely. I welded a nut inside of that 1-inch tubing, and then I was able to get that bolt and this washer for the outside, and that kind of locks it all in place. And yeah, it works out pretty good.